Hi, this is second part of my video message. This is the most important video message which I am addressing to the Honorable President of China, Russia, Russian Defense Team, USA, UK and France, and the Honorable Islamic country leaders of UAE, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Pakistan, Egypt, Jordan, Kuwait, Algeria, North Korea and all Islamic country leaders. So this part of my video message is completely about the consolidated 13 evidences which strongly proves the one and only objection email sent to me during my long leave period only on January 2023, and this consolidated 13 evidences also includes the recorded video call confirmation from EY HR Head and Leadership Authority Nitin Grover sir, and also confirmation from my voluntary confirmation repeated standpoint from EY representative Shadil Mirza and EY lawyer in the conciliation meetings who have all repeatedly confirmed that there is one and only objection email sent to me during my long leave period which is on January 2023 followed by immediate job termination, and also it proves the approved long leave for me, the initially confirmed long leave from May which is till end of December, after which the first objection email was sent, and only the further extension of my leave request was denied by the EY company. So the first request is that soon after illegal job termination, I immediately tried contacting EY HR head Hina Mudalia, Sai Kaudri and my EY partner Ram Deshpande and EY HR Mohammed, but nobody had attended my phone calls, and even for my WhatsApp messages, my reporting manager or my EY partner did not respond. The very first point I wanted to communicate is that I did not get any kind of prior intimation or objection during my long leave period. The one and only person who attended my phone call is the EY HR head Paresh Jain sir, to whom I immediately reported that, sir, I was on long leave by clearly communicating the security situation to my EY team, and during my long leave period I did not get any kind of intimation or objection or any discussion from either HR authority or from the reporting manager at any point of time until the very first objection email I have received only on January 2023. Followed by immediate job termination. So EY HR head Paresh Jain sir said that he will communicate it to Hina, and then he said confirmed to me that he will ask Hina to respond for me. After this phone call intimation, again I sent email to EY HR Hina and EY partner Ram Deshpande and EY team by again clearly stating that I am only since 16th August and during my long leave period I have not received any kind of intimation or objection at any point of time until the very first objection given only on January 2023 followed by immediate job termination. So EY HR head Hina Mudalia, who replied to me, has just bluntly stated that termination cannot be cancelled, and she also did not deny the fact that the one and only objection email sent to me during my long leave period is on January 2023 only. First I'll show that website uploaded link and the first three evidences. Correct. This is the evidence number 1. Hina Mudalia, Ram Deshpande and reporting manager did not attend my phone calls or did not respond my message. The only person who attended my phone call is EY HR head Paresh Jain sir, to whom I have immediately reported that I did not get any kind of prior intimation or objection or discussion at any point of time during my long leave period until the very first objection email sent to me only on January 2023. This is the website link. Again, I have communicated the same in the email on that very day of illegal job termination. On the day midnight, I have sent the email. I am on leave since 16th August. I have not received any objection intimation from the HR or reporting manager till this point of time. The first intimation I have received from the HR named Mohammed on 4th January, who have asked me to report to EY India for project opportunity on 9th January, which is a very short notice for military employee. He is already staying in another country of India. After this repeated intimation, Hina Mudalia, who have sent a blunt email that termination cannot be cancelled, she also did not object the base truth that I got one and only first objection only on January 2023 without any kind of prior objection or intimation. Even in the evidence number 3 is that even in the official termination email, she has very clearly mentioned that the reason for my job termination is only my request for another 2 months of leave extension, and she has herself confirmed that the EY company have given all possible support of leave for me. Especially the firm has extended all possible support it can. She clearly mentioned that, however, the team cannot provide anything further extension or leaves to you. Till that point of time, I was on approved long leave only, and the very first objection has received to me only on January 2023, which is what she has very clearly communicated here. Basis suppose since she has mentioned that you will not be able to attend the office, we hereby terminate your services effectively. So these are the first 3 evidences. So now the evidence number 4 is that After the immediate intimation given from my end, soon after illegal job termination to both Paresh Singh sir, EY HR and Paresh Singh sir through a recorded phone call and also through immediate email to EY HR at Hina Mudaliar. And along with the third, the termination email also I have shown. The fourth evidence is that even after solid 2 years, 2.5 years, when I got that interaction with the EY HR head leadership authority Nitin Grover sir, in that almost 40 to 45 minutes of a recorded video call, almost for 20 minutes in that recorded video call, repeatedly I expressed the same concern that I mentioned that I am really thankful for the long support given for me from EY company, understanding my personal, family, life threat situation. I clearly mentioned that I never expected EY company to give never-ending support of long leave for my personal life problems. All I expected and deserved from EY company is that if they had issues in giving further long leave support for me, they should have clearly communicated to me that Satya, either you sort out your personal life problems and return to work, back to work, and we will not be able to provide further long leave support, and there will be a possibility of termination of job. This is all I deserved from EY company, and I clearly mentioned that at least before 2 to 3 weeks they should have intimated me to end my long leave, and also should also mention about the possibility of termination of my job. When I clearly mentioned this point to EY HR head leadership authority Nitin Grover sir, I request the country leaders to please analyze the sensitive point in this. When I myself mentioned that I never expected EY company to give never-ending support of long leave for me. If I had been under unauthorized and unapproved leave in EY company against multiple reminders or warnings or anything, how come I would make such a strong statement to the EY HR head leadership authority Nitin Grover sir where the HR head Paresh Singh sir, who was part of my job termination, was also present in the recorded video call, and the lady HR authority was also present in the video call. How come I would repeatedly express the same concern? I had when I myself said that I never expected never-ending support of long leave from anybody. If I had been under unauthorized and unapproved leave, how come I would make such a statement repeatedly from the day of illegal job termination till that recorded video call, even till day, how to all EY HRDs whoever I contacted, and even Nitin Grover sir had himself very clearly accepted this one, and he voluntarily narrated the sequence of events during my long leave period, clearly stating that understanding your family threat situation to give support the employee safety and the family safety, we have supported for long leave till end of December. But since again you have asked for another 2 months of leave extension which could not be provided by EY company, and we have to meet the client deliverables, that's why we proceeded with the termination. He has voluntarily confirmed that the long leave support was given for me till the end of December, and after that when I asked for another 2 months of leave extension only, the company could not provide that support, and that's why they proceeded with the termination. This is completely accurately aligning with the official termination email of EY HR Director Hina Mudaliar. And not only that, the recorded video call with the EY HR head leadership authority Nitin Grover sir happened on 24th July 2025. But on before 7 months itself, in January 2025 itself, when I sent the first official notice to both EY Global CEO Janet Trekkel ma'am and to the EY authorities and my EY team, when I clearly mentioned the true facts of my EY case, I have clearly mentioned that when I approached for long leave approval from EY partner Ramdesh Pandey by explaining the high security threat situation of my family in India, he had given me approval for long leave, but that he did not set any time limit from his end. He said that Satya can return back to India when the situation gets safe for my family in India. It is me who had confirmed in the response email that for now I am confirming the leave period till end of December 2022, and based on the improvement of the security threat situation for my family in India, I will confirm the further status later, for the leave period later. So it is me who had confirmed the initial leave period till end of December 2022, and that is why the first objection email was sent to me on January by EY HR Mohammed. And since because I had been given the long leave approval based on the condition that to return back to India when the situation gets safe for my family in India, that is why I had very hopefully and very casually asked for another 2 months of leave extension to EY HR Mohammed. If I had already been in unauthorized and unapproved leave, how come the conversation would have went like that? And how come if I had been under unauthorized and unapproved leave, how come from the start of a recorded phone call with the HR head Paresh Singh sir and EY HR Director Hina Mudaliar, from in all emails and recorded phone calls, video calls, I would repeatedly reiterate the point where before me mentioning any such points, the HR head Nitin Professor himself voluntarily narrated the events and facts of my EVA case of my leave period in EVA company, where he has clearly confirmed that the EVA company had given long leave support till end of December, and since I had asked for another 2 months of leave extension only, the company could not provide that support. So this is evidence number 4. I request all interested candidates to please see the recorded video call attached in the evidence number 4. Evidence number 5. Evidence number 5 is the conciliation meeting. In the first conciliation meeting, the very first point that is discussed, strongly discussed in front of Bangalore Labour Commissioner is that the January 2023 objection email. Both my side and Bangalore Labour Commissioner, everybody had reconfirmed this fact. He has multiple times Labour Commissioner asked that, is this the only objection given to the employee during the long leave period? Is there any kind of prior intimation or objection? Repeatedly asked, for which both EVA representative Shanil Mirza and EVA lawyer repeatedly confirmed that this is the one and only email sent to the employee before the job termination. After this email, we immediately terminated. We did not get any kind of prior intimation or objection. I still clearly remember the fact. When repeatedly the question was raised, even EVA lawyer had shown his open hands like this. We don't have any other prior emails, any prior intimation or objection emails sent to the employee. This much clearly, this first objection email was discussed in the first conciliation meeting itself. In the second conciliation meeting, when the EVA representative Shanil Mirza voluntarily handed over, when he handed over the first counter response petition, while handing it over to me, he voluntarily told me on the face that EVA company have no such leave approval email sent from EVA partner Ramdesh Pandit to you. Then he said that it became a heated argument, and then again he stated that EVA company have no such leave approval communication email. If you have any such leave approval email sent from EVA partner Ramdesh Pandit, you can submit it to Bangalore Labour Commissioner. So after that, it ended in a heated argument. Again, during the final conciliation meeting, very patiently and politely, I asked two part of inquiry with EVA HR Shanil Mirza, that in between this period, before the final conciliation meeting, in the other part of the video, I have shown that 27th November 2025 email, which is a very sensitive email complaint, where after reading that first counter response petition, I got extremely angry, and I mentioned in the 27th November 2025 email that they are illegally hiding the long leave approval email sent from EVA partner Ramdesh Pandey for the very reason to later submit any kind of forgery email by manipulating the original email contents of the long leave approval during the labour court proceedings, and intentionally they are revealing that or not revealing the forgery email at this point of time during conciliation meetings for the main purpose to reduce the sensitivity of the forgery email evidence from getting revealed at the earliest point of time. Another sensitive complaint I have placed, apart from this illegal hiding of the original long leave approval email, they may plan to submit any kind of forgery email with any kind of false content to project like already any kind of objection or intimation was given to me about some unauthorized leave I have taken. These are the two sensitive complaints I have submitted on the 27th November 2025 email, and that email I have attached in my main EVA case petition and sent to all 6 EVA respondents as well. After sending this, when I said this such a sensitive complaint on 27th November 2025, after that we had 2 steps of legal proceedings completed, which is the final conciliation meeting and then the first EVA court case hearing. So in the final conciliation meeting, whatever sensitive complaint I mentioned there, very patiently and politely asked Shanil Mirza. I read through the same multiple paragraphs lines in the EVA counter response petition, stated that it is mentioned that multiple email reminders and warnings have been sent to me during about some unauthorized leave. In my long leave period, I got one and only objection email, which is only in January. I did not get any other prior objection or intimation. I want to confirm the email evidence with EVA company. For which Shanil Mirza again clearly confirmed that the EVA company is referring only to this January 2023 email. After the 15th September email, we sent only this January email. There are no other emails sent in between this period. Such clean and clear confirmation was given by him. After he gave this confirmation, I again asked him that, no sir, after the 15th September email, I sent the long leave request email to Ramdesh Pandey. Ramdesh Pandey sir only have given me long leave approval. For which again Shanil Mirza cross-questioned me, which date when did you send that long leave approval email? He asked me in return as though I was saying a lie. I told him that either it should be on the same day or without much time gap, I sent that long leave approval request and he only gave me approval. For which again Shanil Mirza clearly told me that no EVA company have no such leave approval communication EVA company has only this 15th September, and then the next email sent on first objection email sent on January. There are no other emails sent in between this period. Such is the very clean and clear communication, voluntary communication and repeated standpoint made by EVA representative Shanil Mirza and EVA lawyer throughout the conciliation meetings. This is not a small thing that can be just like that cruelly, illegally changed and forgery email can be sent. It's a solid 3 to 4 months of conciliation meetings, discussions, where the core point of discussion itself is about the email evidence, email communications from both the ends. As the continuous case is very high sensitive complaint, I sent on 27th November. I almost expressed extreme anger in that, saying that they are illegally hiding the original long leave approved email with the main motive to later submit cruelly manipulated content of any kind of forgery email evidence in the labor court, and initially they are not submitting the forgery email evidence now to reduce the sensitivity of forgery email evidence getting revealed at the earliest point of time. So such high sensitive complaint I have filed. So evidence number 4, Method Grover's recorded video call. 5, the first conciliation meeting repeated confirmation. Evidence number 6 is the final conciliation meeting by inquiry and repeated confirmation standpoint by Shanil Mirza. Evidence number 7 is the voluntary confirmation, a repeated standpoint made by Shanil Mirza is again proved in the 3. Evidence number 7 is the 3 counter response petitions submitted by EVA company authorities, which is consistent with the voluntary confirmation and repeated standpoint made by EVA representative Shanil Mirza in the conciliation meetings. So this is the first counter response petition submitted by EVA by Ram Deshpande and others and represented by Shanil Mirza. During the submission, he voluntarily said that EVA company have no such leave approval email sent from Ram Deshpande. So in the sequence of emails, he has submitted 15 September 2022 email followed by the first objection email in January 2023. This is first counter response petition. After it became a heated argument, even the Labour Commissioner, we asked Labour Commissioner officer to ask Shanil Mirza to again recheck with the Ram Deshpande and to come up with it. Again in the final conciliation meeting, he just came with the termination letter. Again he strongly reconfirmed to me that EVA company have no such leave approval email sent from EVA partner Ram Deshpande to you. EVA company have only the 15 September email followed by the next objection email on January 2023. So after that, I attached the 27th November sensitive email complaint in my EVA case petition and sent the notice to all 6 EVA respondents. Again after that, they maintained the same consistent standpoint given by EVA representative Shanil Mirza, and they had again submitted the same sequence of 15 September 2022 email followed by the first objection email on 2023. They had not changed from their standpoint. So the case had come to this much. Okay, that's why I say that the case has come to this much extreme extent of voluntary confirmation repeated standpoint made by EVA representative Shanil Mirza, which is again reconfirmed in the so far 3 counter response petitions filed by EVA respondents, and it's not just relying on the standpoint of EVA representative Shanil Mirza. I have personally attached the 27th November very sensitive email complaint. Actually, I mentioned the cancel operating license of company and a lot of things of extreme anger of the suspect of forgery email evidence. So there is no way, nobody can say that they did not notice that email, they did not read the email. After clearly reading that email of my suspected forgery email evidence against EVA authorities, again they consistently filed the same 15 September 2022 email followed by the January 2023 email. So the evidence number 8 is the January 2023 email chain. As the country leaders can see, if the employee had been on unauthorized unapproved leave and if there had been any kind of prior objection intimation, 100% it will be reflected in the January 2023 email, where the EVA HR Mohammed or my reporting manager should have mentioned that Satya, you are on unauthorized unapproved leave, we have sent so and so remedies, but you are continuing your unauthorized unapproved leave. There is literally no connection with the January 2023. If the country leaders can see that January 2023 email, it is a very fresh, very first time initiated email chain where the EVA HR Mohammed have asked for a HR catch-up call, and then when he gave the my Lios number and thing, he has clearly mentioned that you are on leave, but the company is expecting you to not further extend the leave, and we are expecting you to start to work on project and delivery. if you see the email chain from January, it is the very first the communication initiated like for a HR Connect call, and it is the very first objection sent to me just to not further extend the leave, and clearly mentioned that team is expecting me to work on project and deliverables. There should be somewhere, at least it is very slightly, it should be reflected if I had been on unauthorized or unapproved leave, or if there is any kind of prior objection or intimation given. So there is literally no space at all to submit now any kind of forgery email evidence, because the 27th number sensitive email complaint with expected kind of forgery email evidence I have clearly submitted and attached and gave in hand to all 6 EY respondents. After clearly reading that sensitive email complaint along with the repeated standpoint made by EY representative Shanil Mirza, the all 6 EY respondents have stood on the same standpoint made by EY representative Shanil Mirza in the third counter response petition. So this is evidence number 8. Evidence number 9. Evidence number 8. As per legal way also, it's always the employee, since the truth is on my side, soon after immediate job termination, I immediately reported to Paresh Insa through a recorded phone call and also in my email to EY HR Director Hina Mudalia that during my long leave period, I did not get any kind of prior intimation or objection at any point of time. If there had been any kind of prior intimation objection existed with EY company, immediately EY HR Director Sheena Mudra should have replied to me, because I did not just send to her an email. The communication went through all the way from EY HR Head Leadership Authority, which is a senior authority to her, to whom I have spoken, and he has confirmed me that Hina Mudra would properly revert to me. So the escalation came from EY HR Head Paresh sir, and also from my end, clearly stating that I did not get any prior objection or intimation. So being a HR authority, if there had been any kind of prior objection or intimation, she is obliged to immediately communicate to me that Satya so and so prior objection or intimation given to you. But she did not reject that base truth of the very first objection email sent to me only on January 2023. And not just that, the EY HR Head Leadership Authority Nitin Grover sir, along with the EY HR Head Paresh sir, who was part of my job termination, and another lady HR authority, in that 4-member recorded video call, he has clearly accepted that the very first objection was given to me only on January, and he has also voluntarily confirmed that the long leave support was given for me till end of December, and only the company could not give the further extension of my long leave. So after the case came to this much extreme extent, there is literally no space at all to submit anything in the name of forgery, even in the name of forgery email evidence. So the below evidences, the evidence number 10, 11, 12 are the evidences, 100% indisputable evidences, which proves the planned forgery email evidence crime of EY authorities. So it is the psychic criminal behavior of the sexual crime accused Asokan Perisamy, who used to give often show of acts about the planned forgery email evidence against me by EY authorities, which he was doing by using criminal Anandambani. So on evidence number 10, I think on January 10th or 11th, when I first submitted the video message complaint about my suspicion of the exited EY HR authority Bharati, which is related to any suspected forgery email evidence secretly created against me by misusing my EY mail account in any possible ways. When I submitted that video message complaint, exactly on that day night, my EY laptop was openly illegally hacked, and by using EY authorities and the sexual crime accused Asokan Perisamy have intentionally used the military context words such as Navy, food in the checkpoint endpoint security display screen. So throughout my work duration in EY company, and even after illegal termination of my EY company job, I had never ever seen, and I have never ever got this kind of display of error screen. It's the first time when I submitted video message complaint about the exited EY HR authority Bharati, which is suspected to have been used for the way to create forgery email evidence against me in a secret way and by misusing my EY mail account. Exactly on the day of submitting that video message complaint, the sexual crime accused Asokan Perisamy have used EY authorities to display such absurd error screen with military context words such as Navy, food, etc. in this fingerprint path, where there is no possibility for such military context word to be displayed in this path. This is just 100% indisputable evidence of open show of crime act of Section Crime Against Transaction Perisami to openly show that yes, the exit of the main manual witness coordinating HR authority Bharati from eBay company was done for the main criminal purpose to secretly create any kind of forgery email evidence against me by misusing my eBay mail account. So evidence number 11, I had given the logical reasoning that if HR Bharati had been there in eBay company and eBay company, she was the main coordinating HR with me during the long leave period. So if she during my exit, if she had been there in eBay company, she is supposed to send the first objection email to me on January 2023. So at that time, I would definitely ask her directly that why ma'am suddenly you are giving 4 days of sudden 4 days of intimation. So at that time, she would be put in a situation to reveal to me to reveal to me about the secretly created forgery email evidence to me, to say to me that so Satya so and so prior objection or intimation. It is for this purpose I suspected that she had been used to create any kind of secret forgery email evidence against me by misusing my eBay mail account, and she had been influenced to exit from eBay company so that they can use new HR to initiate to hide the secretly created forgery email evidence against me by misusing my eBay mail account in any possible ways and by using the exited eBay HR authority Bharati. Or it could have been done in another way by exiting Bharati first and by using any other HR authority to create that forgery email evidence. Evidence number 12 for suspecting highly suspected forgery email evidence is mainly because during the 21st November conciliation meeting alone, when we were discussing the points, the eBay representative Shanil Mirza acted in an unprofessional way and in a peculiar way, where he unprofessionally moved from his seat and went near the seat of went close to Bangalore Labour Commissioner. He was secretly coordinating with the Bangalore Labour Commissioner in recording the notes. At that particular time period, even the Bangalore Labour Commissioner have been secretly coordinated with the Shanil Mirza. When I interrupted that, sir, whatever he is showing to you, please show it to me as well. When I asked that, both Shanil Mirza and Bangalore Labour Commissioner ignored me, and Shanil Mirza told me that I am not showing any email evidence separately which is not there in the counter response petition. He clearly told me that I am showing the email only which is I have attached as annexures in the response petitions. Even I also stood up from the chair and I got highly suspicious. Please show me the document and the email whichever you are showing to Labour Commissioner, for which Shanil Mirza told me that please refer the counter response petition. I am showing the annexures which is attached in the counter response petition. But the way he behaved on that day, I strongly suspected they could have recorded any kind of cruel contradictory points against what was voluntarily and repeatedly confirmed to me and my sister by eBay representative Shanil Mirza, to later use the notes of Bangalore Labour Commissioner as a cover-up to cover up the very open and very, very high sensitive forgery email evidence planned against me or secretly created against me.